Tonight on the news channel, the two countries we will be comparing will be Ireland and South Africa. Here to help us talk about these countries are Billy and Gigi. And now to Billy for information about Ireland.
Thanks. Now, Ireland is located in Europe, with its capital being Dublin. There are approximately 5 million people living in Ireland. This is, as you know, nowhere near South Africa's population. Right, Gigi?
That's correct, Billy. South Africa's population is approximately 50 million. That's almost 10 times the amount of Ireland.
That's so crazy. So, tell me about South Africa.
Well, South Africa, like its name implies, is located in the very southern part of Africa, its capitals being Cape Town and Pretoria. As you can see on this map, its major natural resources are gold, salt, natural gas, coal, and copper.
Some of those are actually similar to Ireland. Copper and natural gas are also major natural resources in Ireland as well. The other main ones are lead and zinc. But Ireland and South Africa differ greatly in the way of industry and business. Ireland's businesses are significantly more advanced than South Africa's, am I right?
That's right, Billy. South Africa's biggest industries are milling, textiles, and automobile assembly. What are they in Ireland?
The biggest industries in Ireland are pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and computer hardware and software.
Definitely a bit more advanced than South Africa. Is that why Ireland is considered more of a developed nation than South Africa?
That definitely contributes to it, but that's not all of it. Many things factor into how developed a nation is, such as GDP and per capita GDP.
Right, well, the GDP in South Africa in 2012 was $578.6 billion, and per capita GDP was $11,300. How does that compare to Ireland's?
Ireland's GDP in 2012 was around 191.5 billion, and the per capita GDP was 41,700. A bit higher than South Africa, it seems.
Wait, if the GDP in South Africa is so much higher, so why is it lower per capita?
Well, GDP can sometimes be deceiving. South Africa is a much larger nation than Ireland, so even though its GDP is higher, it is split between 12 times as many people, or 10 times, rough estimate, making it so each person technically earns a lot less.
And that makes Ireland more developed?
It definitely helps.
Standard of living also contributes to whether a nation is developed or not.
This is true. And standard of living is best measured through some statistics like life expectancy, literacy rate, infant mortality rate, and unemployment, to name just a few.
Well, the unemployment rate in South Africa is 24.4%. That means almost 1/4 of all the people are without work.
Wow, in Ireland the unemployment rate is about 14.6%. That means about 1 in every 6 people is unemployed. It's easy to see why South Africa's higher percentage could lead to more problems in the country.
Indeed, South Africa's medical statistics are also similar to those of a nation that is just barely developed, such as infant mortality rate and life expectancy. The infant mortality rate in South Africa is 42.67 deaths out of every 100,000 live births, and life expectancy is only 49 years.
Those are some staggering numbers. Ireland's infant mortality rate is only 3.8 deaths for every 1,000 live births, which is what you meant to say. And the life expectancy is 80 years.
That seems pretty average of a developed nation.
Indeed it is. Well, enough statistics. Let's go to the more interesting things. What is life really like in South Africa?
Well, that's a tricky question. It differs greatly between people. There are a lot of people living and working in cities, just like here in America. But there is also great poverty, being at nearly 23% last year, and many groups still living away from the modern world.
Well, I suppose there's some of that in every country.
Yes, of course, and South Africa has been working hard to lower that poverty rate. That 23% has lowered from a harsh 28% in just 2000.
That definitely shows progress.
Yes, so what is life like in Ireland?
It is similar to what you're saying about South Africa. Some people are still living on farms and making a living in agriculture with things like barley, potato, wheat, beef, and dairy. But a large percent of the people are living in the city and making a living structure there.
That sounds like a successful, developed nation.
Indeed. It definitely is. Well, it's been fun talking to you today.
Yes, we enjoyed talking about South Africa and Ireland.
Until next time on the News Channel.